What's going on, guys? Psycho Killer here, and it is time for the weekly Podium Vehicle review. This week, the Podium Vehicle is the Grotti Cheetah Classic, and in this video, we are going to talk about the performance and customization of the vehicle, and whether or not I recommend you purchase the vehicle if you cannot win it on the wheel. As always, don't forget to smash that like button, and consider subscribing if you are new, so you don't miss any of the updates I release here on the channel. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. So, the Cheetah Classic can be purchased on Legendary Motorsports for the whopping price of $865,000. And for those TV and movie buffs of you, the Cheetah Classic is from Miami Vice. It is the old 80s model Ferrari Testarossa. If you played Vice City, this would be the Cheetah from Vice City. So, if you want to make it look like the Miami Vice one, paint that sucker right, look up a picture, and you can actually make it match, as you will see mine later in the video. So, the Grotti Cheetah Classic is in the Sports Classics, and it is actually one of the best Sports Classic cars there are. It has the same basic armor upgrades as any other vehicle, as well as the brakes and all of the other stuff like that. You've got several different bumper options here that you can choose from. And you got just one other rear bumper option. It just pretty much makes it black. You can tune the engine as normal, and you have a couple options for the engine block. You have a couple of exhaust options, nothing really major. You can add the explosives that you normally would. You've got a couple fender options here. Again, not a whole lot. And this vehicle does not have any liveries either. It does have a couple of hood options. Again, it's minimal on the customization. You can add the xenon headlights, your normal neon layouts. The same with the license plates and the resprays. It's got a couple extra roof options there, which is really just sun strips over the windshield. You've got a couple skirt options here. Again, nothing huge. There's not a lot of customization to go with the vehicle, but there are 19 different spoilers and engine cover options here, and those just match the many different options that you were able to purchase with the old Ferrari Testarossa. You can put the suspension and the transmission on it that you normally would, as well as add turbo to the vehicle, and you can customize the wheels with the same normal wheels, as well as the windows. So, we're going to take a look at the vehicle on the street now. To start with, we will pull up to the barrier here, like we always do, and we will test the drive axles of the vehicle. The Ferrari Testarossa was a rear-wheel drive vehicle, mid-engine, and this one is mid-engine as well as rear-wheel drive, as you can see the rear tires spinning alone here. So, what about around a track? How is this vehicle going to do? As you can see, the acceleration is there. It gets up and goes rather quickly, and it even reaches a good speed. But to see how it's going to do on a track, we're actually going to test this vehicle against other racers. So, as you can see, it doesn't necessarily get the initial jump without the extra boost, since this is a premium race. Everybody's in no contact with slipstream, but the vehicle actually keeps up pretty well. And if you know what you're doing around a track, and you know how to get a good race line and where to brake and accelerate, the vehicle can actually do really well. Like I said, this is one of the best sports classic vehicles in the game. I've personally never done this track before, so I struggled with it a little bit. But overall, when I'm running good, you know. The only sports classic vehicle that I would say can really give this thing a run for its money would be the Turismo Classic, which we all know to be the best sports classic car in the game. But this one also gives that one a run for its money as well. And it really comes down between the two to the driver. So, overall, I would say if you cannot win the vehicle on the podium, and you're not a car guy, you don't collect famous cars from movies, TV shows, and such, you don't do races, I personally would not buy this vehicle because there's plenty of other more useful vehicles. But if you want to add it to your collection next to your Batmobile and your James Bond vehicles and your General Lee, I would absolutely buy this Miami Vice Testarossa. If you want to use it in races, for sports classic races, again, it's at your discretion. If you feel like you do better in the Cheetah Classic than in the Turismo Classic, buy the Cheetah Classic. But if you feel like you do better the other way around, I would get the Turismo Classic instead. But overall, I mean, I would definitely give this vehicle a 4-star rating. There's not a lot of customization there, and that's a downside of it. But again, the vehicle is less than $1 million. So, I mean, you're still getting a decent amount of bang for your buck, especially since, again, it is competitive in the Sports Classic series. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I always love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't already, don't forget to smash the like button and consider subscribing if you are new, or if you haven't subscribed yet. That would be great help for the channel. Again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this particular vehicle. But as always, guys, I will see you on the flip side.